This is the pre-lab for Lab 5, the Bootstrap Intervals lab, and this is the formula version. So I sent out an R Markdown document via Canvas like usual, and you'll need to download that R Markdown document onto your computer and then upload it to RStudio Cloud, and then you should have a file that you can click on and should open up and look like this. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to load the packages that we need to use. So we always use the same 3 packages. I'm going to put the other 2 in here, library mosaic and library GG formula. And I would encourage you to follow along with me in your lab as I go. So I've put these in here, then in order to load the packages, I need to run the chunk, so I could click that green play button and a bunch of text scrolls by. That means the packages have loaded. We're going to use the same example data set that I've been using all semester, GSS Clean, which should be inside the data folder in your RStudio Cloud. So you can try just pressing the play button or Control Enter to run that line of code, and it should just run the way that it is. If you have your data file somewhere else, you might need to delete that file path and just leave the quotation marks and then hit Tab to help you figure out where that data is stored. And once you have it loaded in, you should be able to click on the name of the data set and then see the preview of it. Again, this is that same data from the general social survey that we've been using throughout the semester. And the first thing that we need to do is remember how to do visualization and summary statistics for one quantitative variable. So this is stuff from Lab 2 when we talked about exploratory data analysis. And so I'd like you to see if you can create a histogram of the variable highest year of school completed. I've put a couple hints here. And I'd encourage you to pause the video and try to do the code yourself before moving on. Okay, now I'm going to do it. So it's GF underscore histogram, because we want to make a histogram. And then we're going to do the formula. In this case, we don't have a Y variable, so we're just going to go do the tilde and then the highest year of school completed with underscores in between, comma, and then remember you need to always say the data is equal to, and then the name of the data set, which in this case is GSS. And then I could Control Enter, and now I can look at my histogram. So there's my histogram of the highest year of school completed. We also might want to do some summary statistics, so you might want to try and find the mean of that same variable, which would be about where this distribution is centered. The function name is what you would think it would be, and the hint about the formula from above applies here again. So again, I'd encourage you to pause the video and see if you can figure out the code on your own. Okay, now I'm going to do it. So we're going to do mean, parentheses, and then tilde, highest year of school completed with all the underscores, data equals GSS. And if we Control Enter, we should get the mean down here in the console. So it's about 13.7. And so if you asked me to give you a point estimate for the average number of years of school I thought that an American had completed, my point estimate would be this 13.7. That's my best guess. But it could be better to give an interval estimate rather than just a point estimate. And in order to do that, we would either need to be able to take repeated samples from the population, which we can't do in this case because we can't go out and do another nationally representative survey of the United States of 2,348 people. So we're going to use another option, which is the Bootstrap.